Edmund the General, also known as the Brand, coming at you guys again with another rant. I want to talk about Puffy. I want to talk about his situation. I want to talk about the fact that he has no friends. Nobody represented for this guy at all, which was pretty interesting. Now, it's common for me, probably not just for me, but probably for other people as well, to see that anytime there's a celebrity that goes through some kind of stressful time, stressful moments, even though you would see in their history, so in the history until that moment, they're surrounded by many other celebrities, friends, associates maybe. But then when it comes to hard times, trial, allegations and things of that nature, for some odd reason, all those people, they're nowhere to be shown. They're not found anywhere. Puffy is going through it right now. As far as I understand, Kanye West is the only one that stood up and represented him. And who's that light-skinned guy again? Stevie J. Stevie J, yeah. Those are the only two guys that represented for him. Stood up. I think Kanye West even made it to the courthouse when it came to that as well. That's crazy work. But I didn't see no Usher. I don't see Usher making any videos saying that, I miss you. I remember those times when I was wrestling with you for the Frosted Flakes. I don't see none of those videos. I don't see Kevin Hart talking about the good old days when they were in that mansion, boxers and all that. No, I didn't see Meek Mills, his side chick, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see no Jay-Z. I saw nobody. Kanye West and Stevie J were the only two that stood up for this guy. Don't get me wrong. Puffy was a piece of shit for kicking the shit out of Casey or Cassie. Big time. But I want to say, because I had a discussion with Cookie here, and she brought up something that was really, really important. She mentioned that what Cassie was doing was a chess move. And the way how it was described, this isn't verbatim, but in a nutshell, it's all about the game is to be sold, not told. So inevitably, this information is going to come out when Puffy goes to court. So let me try to get some guap before I get to that point. Lawsuit made, 30 million was put on the table, given. Still went to go to court, did her thing by talking about what occurred. So could you imagine if she didn't play that move? She would have been spilling the beans for nothing, but she spilled the beans before and got paid. That's a chess move right there. I didn't even think about that. She brought it up. I was like, oh shit. Pretty smart. Pretty smart. But he has no friends. Now, do you have any friends that'll ride to the very end for you? Do you have friends that'll accept you for the person that you are, with the good and the bad? When hard times come on, with the fact that you gotta pay your rent, you gotta pay your car note, you gotta pay your bills, your kids ran off, you're going through some hard times. Like, you're in a bind, mate. You're in a bind. Could you call up your friends and be like, hey, yo, Willis, could you hook me up? I'm hurting right now. If you're going to court for some kind of a charge and your whole community knows, could you call up somebody, or could you vouch for somebody to be like, they're at your side? Could you vouch for somebody when all the chips are against you and everybody's just talking that shit about you? Could you vouch for someone in your camp to be on your side and be like, hey, yo, I got you. Don't worry about it. Everything will be okay. I'm in your corner. That's why you gotta choose your friends wisely. You gotta choose the people that you associate with wisely. Before you enter in a relationship, a friendship, make sure you go through the interrogation. Go through the tests. Could they keep your secret? Because it's clear nowadays when it comes to anything that you guys talk about amongst your friends or your associates, they are gonna tell someone else that you probably may not know. That possibility is there. You have to always reserve the fact that even though you got a best friend, that best friend that you got has a friend that they also consider to be best. And they might be telling that person. Possibility. It's possible. Do you have any like that? That's so funny. You don't want to chime in? You don't want to drop any words of wisdom? Wow. My thing is this. Throughout the entire trial, the whole black diaspora was hoping that Puffy was going to go down and under the jail. A lot of people think that he wasn't going to come out of here like in a positive light. The fact that he even beat the case when it came to, like, I think it was the Mann Act. Was it the Mann Act? Anyways, he beat a case that was going to put him in jail for like life. What's so funny? The man, anyways, he's in a position like that. I lost my train of thought. We're going back on to friends. Do you have anyone that you can vouch for? I don't know. There's only a handful. There's only a handful. But you gotta go through the tests. You gotta go through the test to see what they're able to hold. Ask for information. Go through the test of trials and tribulations that you go through. Potential trials and tribulations. See if they're gonna go and run it out and hang in there with you. It's hard. This whole ordeal, when Puffy went out there and he was in that position, and I saw nobody, everyone was just like talking shit, and still to this day, talking shit about him. It's pretty sad. Now, there's a thing that Cookie and I were talking about, and it's a way to have Puffy get back on his feet again in a positive light, to put a spin on things. My personal opinion, if there's some form of like a TV show, something to show the struggles that he actually had went through, leading into the fact of him relying on his family for that comfort, for that reliance, for that motivation to just hang in there. His issues that he was going through in jail, the things in the back. There could be a spin on things that'll put him back in a positive spotlight, that'll change the feelings of the black diaspora. But that's what I think. Yeah, it is possible. It is possible for that to happen. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see the end result of all this whole ordeal. I don't know. In my opinion, I think it's gonna turn out positive for this guy. I've been looking at other panels, I've seen other shows, and everybody just is saying that, yo, he's a piece of shit. You know, he doesn't deserve to be out. He's being set up. My thing is this, though. I expected something different when it came to this trial. I think we're missing layers to this whole thing. A lot of things weren't revealed. I want to know about Biggie and Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I want to know about that. I want to know about Craig Mack. I want to know about the deals. I want to know more information about like contracts and what's going on with vodka. Like we're missing a lot. This whole thing was just revolving around baby oil, Cassie, and homosexuality, and semen getting licked off of his chest or something like that. Like, there's a lot missing here. I swear, at the beginning stages, when the trial just started to roll out, I'm thinking to myself, oh, right, we're finally going to get some details. We're going to get like the whole entire story. No, we're getting the ass kicking of Cassie, and we're getting baby lotion, baby oil. Like there's a lot that's missing here. Yeah, they're watching tapes of people having sex with each other, but there's a lot that's missing here. I don't feel satisfied with this whole thing. I don't know. I don't see it. I was watching the show, one of these live shows, and somebody brought something up that was really, really interesting. He said that you got to notice that there's a pattern going on when it comes to these occurrences. I'm not going to say this verbatim. I'm only going to summarize from what I can remember. From what I can remember, there's going to be some form of like a killing of a black person. Then there's going to be a riot. Then there's going to be some denigrating of some black celebrity. Probably one or two, then a death, and then back to some kind of like a killing of a black person that's gonna start into like potentially a riot, a walk, a protest. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? That's true, because every year I would always look forward to some form of like a race war or like a race issue. There's always something that's happening to us blacks. Like every year, it's like 3, 4, 5 times during that year, like somebody black dies from a cop, or dies from like a white racist or a racist period. Like a mass shooting in Chicago or some other state. A celebrity dies, or a celebrity gets humiliated. There's always something happening. And it's always in the same sequence. Always. I find it weird. But when he said that brought a lot of things into perspective, because I thought about that as well. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. In any case, I think that's it for me. Oh yeah, message to you, Jimmie. Dude, I saw a bit of the video that you did. I don't respond to people who fantasize about sodomizing children. That's you. I don't do that. You need to repent first. Repent about that disgusting sin of yours about fantasizing about sodomizing children. Once you do that, I might do a response video for you. But until then, stay your black ass in that bathroom where you do all your videos in the shadows. You heard me. Stay there. Don't talk to me until I hear you repent about that. Edmund the General signing out. Peace.